We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Colorado Rockies and the Houston Astros. The Astros are looking to make history here today. Can they break the all-time winning streak record? We'll see right after this. Zach Greinke is on the mound for Houston in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
We're looking at one of the top pitchers in the league right now. Solid win total from last year, and he'd like to win a whole bunch of games in this new season. He's a good pitcher, and he normally pitches good at the beginning of the season, and he rides that storm out all the way through the end. It'll be interesting to see what kind of start he gets off to this year.
At the plate, Ian Desmond, and we are set for baseball here this evening. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Greinke has thrown north of 2,800 big league innings for his career, and through those innings he's worked to a whip under 1.20. League average is around 1.3, so that's a respectable number. He'll try again. 1-2. And another foul ball.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Even count of 2-2 to Ian Desmond.
Gotta love the battle we're seeing right out of the gates in this game. That's 7 pitches now, and if this is any indication, we're in for a good contest here.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
What an amazing AB right here, and what a message it sends to your entire lineup. This guy knows out on the mound he's going to have to battle today.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
Tip your cap if you're the pitcher right there. That was a great battle. Couple of tough pitches. Offensive player able to work himself deep into the count. Pitcher on the attack, but chalk one up for the offense on that.
Greinke over to first. Don't want to forget about him. Standing in now, Charlie Blackmon. Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm going to be watching to see if Nolan Arenado can turn it around. When it comes to facing right-handed pitching this season, he's hit under 200. I just can't figure it out. He's too good of a player to hit 200 facing anybody. So he'll be looking to figure that part of the game out ASAP.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. On the move is Desmond. Pitches high. The throw pulls him off the bag.
I think coming into this series, they knew he was one of the guys that were going to have to keep quiet. But he's setting the tone right here in the first with the steal of second. He could end up being a big factor.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket. I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Here now the 2-2. Still even at 2-2. his way to third. Taken for strike 3. The throw. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third. So a good job there of taking third unannounced. But meanwhile, the strikeout means 2 men are gone now. Into the box, Yonder Alonso. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
These are the moments right here. You got a good pitcher on the mound. You don't know if these opportunities are going to present themselves throughout the course of the game. You have to capitalize in this situation.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Ready with the 1-2. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Gurriel has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for Colorado. Now the Astros will get their first opportunity. No score. Number 50, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Digging in, Martin Maldonado. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Matty, you take a look at this lineup, and they're frustrating to watch at times because they ground into the most double plays in the league. You want to talk about a pitcher's best friend. You finally get a guy on first base, and you're coming unglued. First pitch down below the knees, grounding into a double play and bailing everybody out. I need better approaches out of this lineup today.
The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. Now, boys, we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Hey, thanks, Matty V. Hey, D-Roll, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys. Definitely. The 2 teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
And the 3-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Coming to the plate now, Yuli Gurriel. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Back-to-back punch-outs in the bottom of the first. This guy has got his stuff working today. This offense better wake up.
Fouled off. Another full count pitch home. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The 3-2 one more time is swung on and missed. Strike three. 1-2-3 go the Astros, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Into the box now, Nolan Arenado, and he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. In for strike two. Two balls, two strikes to Nolan Arenado. Line to the right side. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. The 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number two.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Now the 3-2 pitch, and this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Arenado gets his lead at first, nobody out. Story swings, and this ball is hammered to deep left field. It's up and out of here into the archways. Trevor Story with a two-run shot. Number 26 for him on the season as the Rockies have taken a 2-0 lead.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
In now, number 31. Still 2-2. Base is empty here with nobody out. Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he's able to hang on for the first out.
Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. And let's take a look at Carlos Correa. I had an old friend say to me one time, this is what they look like. And this is exactly what it looks like. The ability to play gold glove defense and hit in the middle of the order. I smell a potential Hall of Fame career.
Settling in now, Garrett Hampson, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Into the box now, Daniel Murphy. No contact there, and it's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A shot down the first baseline. A dive, but it's off his glove. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. But the Rockies push across 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 2-0 Colorado. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Josh Reddick. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
3-2 pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Digging in now, Jose Altuve, and we'll see if he can at least put the ball in play, something the first 4 men have been unable to do. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Desmond going back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting 6, the center fielder, Jake Marisnick.
Here's Jake Marisnick. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail things here 2-0. And we're back in Houston. Welcome back to Minute Maid Park as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Thank you, Heidi. Back to the top of the order now, and the next to dig in will be the outfielder Ian Desmond. Here now the 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Oh, and he misses it. A toss behind the back, and the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Charlie Blackman.
Here's Charlie Blackman now. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for...
Oh, and it throws him, and they got him.
Decisions like that have to be made knowing who you've got at the plate. This guy can put one over the fence, no problem, so that wasn't very smart baseball.
The 1-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Chris Iannetta. And it's fouled away. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Just hung in there on that one. 2 out, nobody on. Two and 2 to the Colorado catcher. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away. Yonder Alonso would be next. Hit to short. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
Stepping in now, Yonder Alonso, fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Again, a 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
In the dirt, and now let's see. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And a bad time for that as the runner takes second here.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with. But there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
Hit down the line at first. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Rockies strand 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Here's the 1-1. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Ball 3.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
Here it is on 3-1. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Here's Carlos Correa now. On the season, he's hitting just over 290 coming into action here. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. There to take it is Desmond, and that's the first out.
Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Robinson Chirinos.
Next will be the designated hitter, Robinson Chirinos. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Now the 2-1. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Ready with the 2-2. He did well to get a piece that time, and it'll stay 2-2. This one's down to third. And there's the first hit of the game for Houston.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
In now, Martin Maldonado. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here. So the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Bregman at second. Chirinos is over at first with 1 away. Ground ball left side. From his knees to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Nolan Arenado. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning. The 1-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Altuve will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
The batter.
So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And you can see there both guys getting it up into the 90s, 92 and 94 respectively. Ready to take his hacks again, Trevor Story, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box now, number 31. Strike 2, swinging just out in front of the slider. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Reddick has a read on it, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies, but they're on top 2-0. Here's Michael Brantley. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-2. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Desmond is over. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 10, Yulieski Gurriel.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. No runs, just one hit, one error so far for the Astros. Hit hard on the ground to second. To his left, Hampson, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, the right fielder, Josh Reddick.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Line drive to left, and that's going to be a base hit for Reddick. So Jose Altuve will get a chance next to try to extend the inning. Absolutely scorched that base hit.
Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and striding in the speedy second baseman Jose Altuve. Here's the 1-1. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. The 2-1 home. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 3-2 one more time. This is skied into short left center. Left fielder has a beat on it. And that ends the inning. 1 left for Houston. They trail it here 2-0. And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-1 home is a fastball that misses.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Hit on the ground to short. Correa comes up with it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Daniel Murphy.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Skied into very shallow right. Reddick on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ian Desmond.
So 2 are gone in the Rockies' half of the 5th, and the next to dig in will be the outfielder Ian Desmond. Now the 2-1 pitch. Softly hit here to the left side. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So that'll extend the inning and keep it alive for Charlie Blackmon.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Now a throw over. A dive, but he's back. Standing in now, Charlie Blackmon. Pitch outside the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Astros manager A.J. Hinch between innings specifically about his club's offense to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. So stepping in, Jake Marisnick. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Now batting, Alex Bregman reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. The 1-2 sinks below the knees, taken for a ball. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. The 2-2 lifted in the air out to left field. Waiting on it, the left fielder, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Digging in, Carlos Correa. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Last strike now for Houston. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2. Robinson Chirinos would be next if they can keep this inning alive. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error so far for the Astros. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
For the plate now is the designated hitter, Robinson Chirinos. He singled his last time up. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're 1 strike away from being shut out through 5.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Story brings it in. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Man, they've already put the all-time winning streak record in their rearview mirrors. But with every win, it gets further and further away. We could say this now. This is one of the greatest teams in the history of baseball.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Colorado Rockies took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Number 50 gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he gives up only 2 hits in 5 innings of work. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rockies, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 22 minutes.